Oh, it's great. As I said, Joe brought me in. He gave me opportunity and showed me the way. It's great management here, and the players are very encouraging, and that's very important in soccer. You need encouragement, and in terms of development, the coaching is very organised here. So yeah, I'm happy. I came here the first day, second day. I knew that this was a club for me. Yeah, it does, especially Ian Turner playing with Cork with me last year. So, he was almost on the same boat. So, you come up, you have, it's like you know someone already, and they'll show you the way, and they do try their best. It's Stephen Kenny as well, obviously I don't know him, and I just knew him this year, and he took me in, and he's very encouraging, even on and off the pitch, and he brings me up, and we all come up together, and I've got good conversation to tell you ways to improve, and that's very good, and I really appreciate that, because it could be tough coming into a new club. You don't know anybody, and it's probably hard to adapt, and they help you, and it makes it easier in terms of playing and on and off the pitch then. Well, obviously, if we can win the league, it'd be great. But obviously, coming up from the first division, it'd be tough. Mostly just win games. Take it day by day, win games. Try and get for me, obviously, trying to score goals if I can. Help the team. It'd be great if we can finish top four. Win the league or qualify, or have a silverware in the first year. It'd be great. All the players are very positive. Great. We have a great squad. I think we'll be looking for some bit of silverware this year. We're all working hard pre-season. Joe setting up all the training, and it's very beneficial. You feel fitter and stronger every day. Just a bit of pace, I suppose. Pace, power, bit of trickery if I can. Just add a bit of excitement to the game, but obviously stay focused on the pitch and try to get past defenders, get crosses in for the strikers to put goals on the score sheet. The main thing is winning, and I'll try to work the hardest I can to help the team in terms of defending and going forward and putting a bit of excitement to the game. The fans are obviously coming to watch. It's entertainment at the end of the day, and it'd be good to put on a good show for the crowd. Great movement. That's what I'm looking to bring to the club. Yeah, you're always delighted on your debut to score, and it's like a dream start. But obviously that came from the players, working hard around me, and Dougie spotting me at the back post. Sometimes they give the credit to the goal scorer, but I sometimes give the credit to the team. We defended well to get the ball up the pitch, and we were passing well. The pitch wasn't in our favour, but we kept our head down, and we worked hard. And I was happy to finish at the back post. So I look to more of them in the future. Martin's a great manager. He didn't put too much pressure on me. He wants me to enjoy the game. That's the main thing, and I really appreciate that as a young kid coming through. Coming from Cork, a lot of expectations to provide and do this, but no, Martin kept it simple. He said, "Look, enjoy yourself. You're new. You have to try adapt." So it made it much easier for me coming into the team, and I just feel like I'm at home already, playing with the players. They read me and everything, and he makes it life. He's very encouraging when you make a mistake. He's like, "Well done." That's what young people need. You don't need to be forced in the game. He's very he lets you express yourself, and that's what I really like. To come to a club that lets you express yourself. Last week I was invited to Brentford to complete a few days trial, which was positive at the end. They were eager to have me in this window, and I'm happy to be here. My first impression of the facility, compared to other clubs, is basic, but it has everything you need to be the best player you can be. What I really like about the club, they have many coaches in different areas to try to improve different aspects of each player in their area. I felt very welcome in this club. As I said, the staff are very friendly. One thing I really liked is each morning everyone seems to be smiling. So around a positive vibe, the players are energetic. So that passes on to me and makes me feel happy. Obviously, my family and I were very happy to be here. It's almost like a dream come true. You work so hard, and when you get this opportunity, you just have to take it. Of course, we're going to be upset that it's never easy to let go, but that's the business we're in. As a footballer, you must be willing to sacrifice anything. But above all, we're happy that I've got to the next level where I wanted to be, and hopefully I can press on and keep going. Obviously, my goals is to try to get in the squad, trying to be a regular in the squad. Obviously, trying to get some appearances before the end of the season. It'll be a dream to score a goal, but the main thing is trying to help the team get to a higher position in the league and hopefully get to the higher leagues. Last year, Limerick, I came in as a raw player, I would say. I had a lot to learn, and credit to my coaches at Limerick. They worked on my weaknesses in weekdays and told me to use my strengths in the weekends. So that was the mentality, and the advice I got from them, and it helped me massively. I would like to thank them because I believe without the right environment and the coaching I got from Limerick, I wouldn't be here where I am today. Obviously, the players around me were very encouraging, so it made it much easier to play football with confidence. And and obviously in Limerick, the philosophy is to give youth a chance, and which was fantastic for me coming from a club which I didn't play the most games, but I made a decision to go and play some game. So coming to Limerick, they gave me a chance. Obviously, playing each game, you learn new things. You learn to lose, and you also learn to win. You learn to work as a team, which was massive for my development. I improved tactically, technically, and physically, which is the most important thing. I'm able now to hold off defenders, which I wasn't able to do a few years back. I'm more confident on the ball. I'm able to decide when to make the runs, when not to make the runs. So I think the move to Limerick was a major key in my football career. My highlights from the club, obviously, would be scoring 2 goals for the fans against Bray Wanderers in the 5-3 win. I had a lot of doubters, obviously playing a new position that day. A lot of people doubted me, and it was good to prove them wrong. Another day was against Derry. I came on, and we scored a 1-1 equaliser to get a point that day. It was obviously a difficult match, but the main thing is being in that atmosphere where the fans are very cheering you on. It helps massively in my football. I become more confident. No, it was a night I enjoyed. It's simple. I think I'll miss the team the most. It's a squad of positivity. I learned a lot playing at Limerick from the oldest to the youngest. Even though I was older than some players, I learned a lot from the younger players as much as I learned from the older players. Obviously, the coaching, Joe Gamble, would have influenced my life at Limerick. He would have taught me a lot. You know, he taught me more to use my strengths in games. He taught me how strong I could be in games and to perfect my strengths to become the best I can be. I'd like to thank you for all the support you have shown us throughout the whole year, as it's never easy without support. You know, all the away games you've travelled, you know, the disappointments you've gone through, but also the joyful ones. We just want to thank you for all the support, you know, because there was days that we couldn't get over the line, but we needed the support to get us over the line. But the main thing is coming from my heart. For any job, be soccer, be your career. One thing I never did, I never gave up. And it's easy to say, but 2 years ago, I was playing academy football, and someone to tell me I was going to sign for Brentford 2 years later, I wouldn't believe them. But the key is hard work. You let your future be as bright as your fate. If you believe something happens, something will happen. And that's how I believe. It might not work for everyone, but if you don't give up, there's still that 1% chance it will happen. But if you give up, I don't think it ever will happen. So we just have to believe in ourselves, believe in our ability, try each day. One thing I've learned is you must be willing to do the things others won't do today in order to have the things others won't have tomorrow. So each day, make each day count, work as hard as you can, and the main thing, believe in your ability. Thank you.
I can't even say my name. You guys got me nervous. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Chiedozie Ogbene from Chimo Athletics, the Republic of Ireland.
It's great. I'm enjoying it. I'm very happy here. Obviously the boys are very welcoming, so it's much easier for me coming in. They already knew me beforehand, so obviously the first few days I felt like I was accepted, you know, and which made it easier when you're in a club that, you know, people welcome you well in, you know, you just fit in. John Egan has taken me on well. He showed me the way, even all the other players. Sergi has helped me through. So obviously coming to a club where all the players are willing to help you is just way easier.
So what are the differences between Brentford and Ireland? You know, what the setups, what are the differences to you?
It's more professional here. Obviously Limerick's a small club, a lot of stuff, you know, they try to provide, but you have to, you know, we're not there yet. You have to try to make it yourself. And obviously the money in that League of Ireland is way less here. So obviously the more money, the more you can invest in better facility. And here is just, it's a high standard.
So why did you pick Brentford? Because I'm assuming there were other clubs you could have gone to.
It was very welcoming. And you know, I had this feeling from the club. It's an energetic club. They want to go forward, and that's what I want to be part of. They play good football as well. So look, it was a no-brainer for me to come here. You know, I felt wanted, so I had to come. The comparison in Ireland and England, obviously in Brentford and Limerick, it's more professional. But I don't blame the Irish league. It's just the league it is. They're obviously trying to promote, you know, get better. But obviously England, better opportunity, and you know, if they're doing this, you need to work hard and try to repay them the same way.
Why do you think it's important? Why do you think it's important to have that kind of setup just to allow you to play?
Players are not worrying about outside factors. I wake up, brush my teeth, have a cup of coffee, go to training ground, it's breakfast. So I'm not worried about external factors. I'm not worried about if I eat here, I'm going to be late there. So You know, it's just little things like this make a big difference in players coming in, and they don't have to worry about anything. They just focus on training, and you can get more time in your work then.
So what kind of player are you, Chie? What can the fans expect to see from you?
Oh, I would hope they will think I'm a fast player. I'm powerful. I bring a bit of skill into the game, but I'm a player with pace and power, and I'm direct. So hopefully they will see that in me and obviously accept me for what I am.
Talk to us about training. How's that been?
It's been good. You know, it's been good. I'm enjoying it. I'm really happy. I feel like I'm improving. You're playing with better players. They're moving better, so you kind of adapt to the game. Obviously, very encouraging. When you make a mistake, they tell you ways to improve better. So no, I'm really enjoying it.
You said John's been really helpful to you. Why has that been important?
Obviously, we're both from Cork. You know, similar background back in Ireland. They always say the Irish stick together, but no, John is a friendly guy. You know, he came from Ireland and he felt like he needed help, so he knew how I felt, you know, and he said it to me. He needed help when he came, so he understands that I need help when I come, so he's been great. My short-term goal, obviously, I've made the bench. I would like to stay there and keep moving forward, get a few minutes, then start playing, and just stay in the squad, really. That's the main thing, just stay in the squad, work well every week and try to stay in the squad, to move on, get some game time, hopefully play a few games before the end of the season. Then obviously long-term goals would be like to be a regular in the team, be a regular, play every week, you know, trying to help the club get some silverware. And I would like to get some silverware, personal silverware as well. So that's the main thing, but obviously I'm going to take it day by day, trying to get in the squad, play games and take it as it comes. When I was in Ireland, I was saying I'm willing to go to any league if it's the lowest league just to play first league football. So obviously Brentford came in, championship, big club. I was kind of worried that I might not, you know, play any games at all. And I came in, they were happy with me. I felt like, you know, I was wanted. So and I knew that this club I could develop myself more. So hopefully, you know, I keep going and get some minutes. I was born in Nigeria, Oba State. So I grew up in Nigeria until I was 8.5. I moved to Ireland in 2005. My dad obviously got a job there, and he wanted a better opportunity for us, so he flew us over. And I've been living in Ireland now for 12 years, I'm 20 now. You know, in Europe, obviously there's better lifestyle. I don't think I will have the same opportunity as a footballer in Nigeria. It's just the country that it is. Obviously, it's a third world country. Football is not, you know, what not everyone has in mind. So coming to Ireland, I would say I had better education opportunity, and obviously footballing opportunity is just way different.
How important does family play in your life?
Oh, for me, family is everything. You know, I'm a family guy. I'm easily homesick. Thank God I'm not now, because obviously the club has helped me through and the players have helped me through. But I'm a family guy. Even when I played with Limerick, it's only an hour and a half from Cork, and I would always go home after 2 days just to see my family. And that's just the guy I am. Do
you feel pressure to do extras, you know, because you come from a league that's different from the Championship?
I don't feel pressure. Obviously you do that of your own will, because if you do more, you'll have a better chance. They say the harder you work, the luckier you get. So I don't have to, but because I'm eager to get in the team, I want to work extra because I need to catch up with some of the players that are technically ahead of me. So I need to do more. So when it's my time, I'm ready. Every time I come in here, I'm happy to be here. You know, it's different. You come to training ground, you might not be happy with the club, but I'm happy to come here and train because I know that I'm going to improve or develop in some way each day. You come to a training ground full of energetic people want to help you. So you know, that's what I want to be part of. Obviously, a training is competitive. Everyone wants to win. So you're coming to training saying, I want to have a good team. I want to win. Obviously, everyone wants to go to the next level, and I want to be part of that.
Moves come about?
According to Brentford, Exeter has shown great interest in me. Obviously, last year I was at Limerick, and Eric Hinder would have been my assistant manager. So obviously, he had great belief in me, and I've always wanted to come and play football. I came to Brentford. It's been difficult because it's a strong team, and they've recommended me to come down here and play good football. Obviously, I've researched about the club, knowing Eric, I've seen they play good football, and I feel like they're the team on the way up, and I want to be part of that.
Your links with Eric, obviously. What did Eric say about Exeter and trying to sell the club to you?
He basically said, look, they're working on playing the best football they can. Obviously, being in the playoffs last year, just to show that what they're about, and they're ambitious to go up. And obviously, I'm always ambitious to go up in any way form. Knowing Eric, I feel like Eric is always truthful to me. He's always honest, and I improved a lot under Eric. So it's been a lot in terms of him telling me to come down. And obviously, a lot of people spoke highly of my Taylor, and I think they believe that if I come here, my football will improve and I will become a better player.
How pleased are you to be at Exeter City and obviously get a chance to get some game time here?
I'm very excited. I'm very excited. You have to be excited to get an opportunity like this. Not many people get a chance to go on loan because not many teams are interested, and I'm very pleased that Exeter has have great belief in me to come down here, and hopefully I can help them, go where they want to go.
For those fans who perhaps don't know your style of play, could you just run us through that?
Most people, and I myself, I would believe that I'm a direct player. My strength would be pace, my power. I like to run at defenders. I like to get in behind. I like to bring a different dynamic of the game into football, and that's what I want to do. I want to use my strength, my pace and power, and just threaten teams and trying to score goals and get the team a win. Look, I have no words for it. I feel great. It's always good to come back after a minor setback. It's never easy when you're injured, but to come back and go straight into the squad and get an assist like I did the other night. It's overwhelming because it's been tough the past few weeks. It's been tough the past few weeks doing rehab, but no, it's good to be back, and I'm glad I'm back.
Because you of course came in for a few games and impressed. How frustrating was it to pick up that injury?
Very frustrating, and it was a night that I wanted to impress. I'm pushing to get in the starting 11, and it's just frustrating to get an injury like that. But as they say, it's part of football. You just have to deal with it. It's a minor setback, and I feel stronger and fitter.
And could you talk us through the injury? Because of course you went back to Brentford to get back to fitness, didn't you?
Yeah, when I landed going for the header, I did minor partial tear of my ligament in my right foot. They thought it was worse, but the swelling, it recovered quicker than they expected. So after 2 weeks, I was in doing rehab, and it looked promising. I did all the recovery in Brentford, so that's why I've been back, and I've been back straight into the squad.
Yeah. And like you say, you came back on Tuesday night, played 60 minutes. How did you come through that game?
No, I felt really good. Obviously, the staff in Brentford looked after me well, and they strengthened me well, and they believed in me, and I was confident going on the pitch. I knew that I was fully recovered, and I was ready to go. No, it was good. I'm thankful for the treatment, and obviously even in Exeter, they were very supportive. Everyone supported an injury, and it's great to be back.
And were you pleased with how you did, considering the assist for Jonathan?
Yeah, it's always good. It's playing is the one thing, but even getting an assist is a bonus. Coming back, it's like something to make you forget the injury. And look, I feel like I didn't get injured the way I'm back, and I feel fit, and I'm just blessed.
And how are you enjoying your time here so far? Have you settled into the group well?
Yeah, settling quicker than I expected. The group, great bunch of lads. Everyone's friendly, everyone's encouraging, and obviously pushing for promotions. Everyone's positive, and I think it's a club on the way up. And as I said, I want to be part of that, and it made it much easier to settle in.
And it is Northampton on Saturday. What sort of match will you be expecting against them?
Well, Matty said they're a great pressing team, so I expect a tough match. Obviously Northampton as well. They're pushing, and look, we're back in good form now, so we just have to see. But I think the boys are ready, and everyone looks sharp today, and hopefully we can go Saturday and deliver.
And just finally, how much are you looking forward to the coming months from your perspective? Real chance to kick on and play as much as possible? Yes,
it's massive. These few coming months now is crucial for me in terms of getting as much experience, be here or anywhere. Just hopefully here, just to get as much game time as possible, learn as much football. The way the boys play. Look, I just want to help the club push and try to get promotion, promotion playoffs. If not, get as much experience as I can and
leave on a positive note.
On the pitch this evening?
It's great. Obviously, it's my parent club, and I do want to play with Brentford. So to get minutes is, I'm overwhelmed. Especially to get the 1-0 win in the FA Cup. It's just easy introduction. Get my way back, get a few minutes, and hopefully, learn from it and push on.
And obviously coming back to the boys for a couple of days now, has it been nice to be back and around the group again?
Yeah, the boys are happy to see me, and I'm obviously happy to be back. I just want to add to the team, bring energy. So obviously they welcome me back well, and they're the players I started with in January. So it's always good to regroup.
Have you had conversations with Thomas Bryan about in terms of what they want to see you do when you're back here to maybe get a few more opportunities?
Yeah, I spoke to them. I said, look, I want to be part of this club, and I want to push and be part of your squad. What do I have to do? They said, look, I'm close. I just need to keep doing what I'm doing, and they need to see. Obviously, it's January window. We don't know what's coming in and what's going out, but all I can do is focus myself and trying to push myself as much as possible. Obviously, they're coaching me, and I'm learning. I'm trying to learn the way they want to play, and it's just a matter of time, really. You just have to be patient and just see how it is and take it from there.
What was going to Exeter like as an experience?
I matured a lot. In Exeter, it's the way the players play there. It's they're older players, so in terms of situations like this in the last few minutes, they know how to manage the game, and obviously I felt like I brought it in today, and the boys were telling me, it's just you learn how to win at all costs, and I feel like it would benefit me here. Being so young, I want to learn these things so early and trying to put it into my game because it will help me massively in the future.
You say that in terms of, are they the two big things you feel you've taken as a player back from your time there?
Yeah, I've gotten some experience coming on in hard situations, where we're winning or we're losing. So you learn how to deal with different situations, and I feel like today was a good test for me. I've been in a situation where we're winning, we have to seal it out, and as you can see, we did what we had to do to get the win, and I feel like that's another thing that I've learned in my game.
And also it must have been nice as well for you to get games.
Yeah, it's always good. You go to Exeter, and most people when they go on loan, it's not always as their dream, but I feel like I made it happen no matter what. I pushed and I learned the ways of Exeter, and I obviously have to come back and try to learn the way of Brentford. But the main thing is learning. I'm learning different style of football. It will hopefully help me in my future.
You say that learning's a huge word, and as a young player, do you feel that your hunger to learn will be really positive for you?
Yeah, and I think that's the only way I can improve if I'm willing to learn. Of course, everyone wants to play regardless, but it's those who want to learn who go the furthest. And I learned in Exeter, coming on in different situations. As today, I learned to come on and help the team. It's all about helping the team, and if I can keep learning, when in the future, I believe that I will be where I want to be.
Towards Richard Wood, flicked on. Oh, yeah! It's Ogbene who gives Rotherham United the lead. The throw-in from Harding flicked on, and Fisher was caught out. Ogbene has got the Millers up and running here at the New York. 16 minutes gone. Rotherham United 1, Swansea City 0. More touches than Jeff Hendrick. Quick ball down the middle here for Ogbene. Gets there first. Open goal. Ogbene! 3. Towards the back post. Ferguson up goes Humphreys. Drops for Ogbene. Second bite of the cherry. Ogbene scores for Rotherham United. His 4th of the season. His 3rd league goal. And Rotherham United, out of pretty much nowhere, have capitalised on a set piece. Didn't need to be the penalty they were looking for. Kept alive by Humphreys. 2 bites at it for the Republic of Ireland international. And Ogbene has his name chanted by the 300 or so Millers that have braved the journey down to the
whether you're, as a defender, you're guilty or not. Here's Barlaser floating one in towards Wood. Up into the air, Ogbene! Looping header! And a goal for Rotherham United. Chiedozie Ogbene on the score sheet once again for Rotherham United, his 4th league goal of the season, 5 in all competitions. And Richard Wood, the provider this time, with his header to find the head of Chiedozie Ogbene. Grimshaw stranded, looping header, Rotherham United 1, Blackpool 0.
All began with that. Oh, it's given away here to Ogbene. Ogbene up against Bayer, into the box, it's Ogbene on his left foot! And it's in! Chiedozie Ogbene, this super sub, he's back in the squad, and he's back amongst the goals for Rotherham United.
Clinical from Chiedozie Ogbene, and he goes across to the 500 Millers fans who are going absolutely balmy because the mighty Millers have taken the lead once again against table toppers Burnley. Burnley 1, Rotherham United 2 in the 65th.
Wins his header at the expense of Latibodiere, but just not quite sticking at the moment. Here's Fosu driving up the left hand side. Tariq Fosu, not too much in the way of support. Shane Ferguson is making the overlapping run and he will find him. Ferguson, first time cross, dangerous area. On the deck is Ogbene, back to his feet. Improvised finish. Rotherham United back on level terms. Chiedozie Ogbene in front of the travelling 141 supporters. And it wasn't the most conventional finish you'll ever see, but it got the job done. Rotherham United won't care. Swansea 1, Millers 1.
Chance for the Millers to cross through Harding. Decent looking ball in, far post, header and in! Rotherham United are level!
Great ball.
And
Great
Chiedozie
ball from
Ogbene
Harding.
popping up with an important header. Wes Harding with the delivery, and just like Cardiff's goal, it bounces in the box and the header is steered home. But there was confusion in the box for Cardiff. Looked like it could have been a foul in there. Perhaps Richard Wood, with some of his experience. In the 37th minute, Rotherham United draw level. Millers 1, Cardiff 1.
Gio, welcome to Luton. You sit here today as a Premier League player. How good does that feel?
Amazing. I'm delighted to be here. It's funny you say Premier League player. I think my journey from where I've been the last 5.5 years, from Limerick FC, League of Ireland, to Luton Town FC in the Premier League in 5.5 years. My former coach said it's 1 in 200,000, and I guess I'm that 1 in 200,000.
You have had some journey to get here. You moved to Ireland as an 8-year-old, playing Gaelic football as well, I read online.
Yeah, that was a sport, obviously the national sport for Ireland, and I've been playing Gaelic football all my life, really. I left the game when I was 17, so I kind of left late. But yeah, as you said, my journey was, it was special to me. Obviously, I'm coming from, Rotherham United, where I spent 4 seasons there, achieved some great things with great people. But, to be considered to be a Luton Town player, and obviously given this opportunity to feature in the Premier League, it was an opportunity I couldn't reject.
I also read online that apparently you might not have moved to Ireland, it could have been Florida.
Yeah. So yeah, it was going to be between Florida or Cork and Ireland. My parents are both nurses. My dad is practicing nurse right now. He was offered a job in Miami. I'm not exactly sure why, but he decided to bring us to Ireland. I think it was the best decision he could have taken for us, and I'm delighted with it because obviously, I played for the Republic of Ireland, the first African-born player to play for the Republic of Ireland, and I see how much joy and I bring to my family, and those I grew up with in Ireland. I think it's an achievement and an honour that I'm very grateful for, and I'm just so happy that I can influence obviously the future generation with my journey and with my experiences to believe that anything is possible.
Well, a bit more on your journey. You were at Cork, you had some time at Limerick, and then you made that move over to England with Brentford. How was that for you? Was that the first time moving away on your own?
Yeah, I think it was difficult at the start. I was easily homesick. I'm a family kind of orientated guy, and I didn't really have anybody here. Obviously, the players were very supportive. I met John Egan, a player of mine at the national squad, and he was at Brentford at that time, and he helped me ease in. It was difficult. Obviously, I didn't hit the ground running. I'll be honest with you, I think maybe the pace of the championship at that time was very fast for me, and I just had to learn my trade, and I went to Exeter for 6 months, where I kind of experienced what English football and what was about, and I came back to Brentford, and it just didn't happen. It didn't happen for me, and I had that burning desire to improve and to learn the game. So I made the decision to go to Rotherham, and I was given the opportunity by Paul Warne and his staff, and it was the best decision of my life. And I think that was a place where I grew and I developed massively.
Just going back to what you said when you originally come over and there was a bit of a difference, what were the main differences between playing in Ireland and playing in England?
I think, without disrespecting the League of Ireland, I think my attributes was very efficient there, because there wasn't many like me. So I would say I stood out in the pack. When I came to England and in the Championship especially, there's a lot of players like me, so I had to mould my game differently. I had to learn other tricks, and I had to be more wise, with my decision making. And that was something, especially when I came over at 20, I was still young, and at League of Ireland, I could do a lot of things off the cuff, and in the Championship it's more calculated. The teams are more structurally set up, so you need to do things differently. And I think going to League 2 was a massive help for me. Being in that level, it's a very difficult level, and I understood the importance when I came back to the Championship, in terms of your decision making and working hard for the team. I think it moulded me really well moving forward.
And do you reckon it just needed a club like Rotherham to give you a home for 4 years and maybe give you that stability to kick on with your career and grow as a player?
Exactly. I needed someone. I think it was difficult moving to Rotherham because I haven't played many games at Brentford, so I needed someone to believe in me, to give me, take that leap of faith really. And Paul Warne and his coaching staff did that for me, and they helped me develop my game massively. I think I had to learn a lot of things as a forward player. When you're growing up, it's just take people on, but now I had to calculate when to take people on, because with my pace and power, I realized people were doubling up on me, so I had to calculate, make better decisions on the pitch, and that was massive for me. And I think they really developed me, and obviously a lot of things have happened since then. Making my debut for Ireland, and things have followed. So. No, it was, as you said, stability, and give me that opportunity to showcase my ability. We'll get
into your international career in a second, but you obviously played against Luton twice last year. What were your thoughts when you were playing against us?
I thought Luton Town had a bit of everything. That's one thing I would say. I think when we played at the home place, Kenilworth Road, it was a 1-1. I think we went up early in the game, and we kind of hanging in for the rest of the game. And we just absorbing pressure throughout the game. Obviously in New York Stadium, I think it was a dominant performance from Luton Town boys. I think you had a bit of everything. You kept the ball well when you needed to keep it, and you were direct. And obviously the strikers were phenomenal on that day. Carlton Morris's goal, I remember it very clearly. I think it was a difficult game to play in as an opposition.
And your international career has really taken off. You spoke about it earlier, but how good has that been for you recently?
Oh, it's been really special. I think given the opportunity to represent your country is massive. It's a really privileged position to be in, and I cherish it every moment I get called. I'm just, I'm very, I don't know. I'm always smiling. So people that you can't really tell the difference. But when I look for the team squad. A lot of people tell me, well, you've been there for 2 years, you're quite established, but you never know. The opportunities you can't take for granted. So I look at it like the first day I looked at it when I get called, and I get butterflies, waiting for the squad list to be revealed. It's really been very special for me. As I said, at the end of the day, I think when I got called to the international squad, I was playing wing back and League One for Rotherham. So the manager, I have to say, kind of, took a big, I wouldn't say a big gamble, but it's a difficult position to be when you're picking me out of the selection of players that you have to pick from. So I'm just so happy that I could repay that fate, and with the performances that I have been doing and hopefully continue to do. It was really special to be playing for your country and be getting that opportunity to the biggest stage of the world.
And us as a club, we're getting ready for a big season ahead in the Premier League. You got any ambitions, goals for this season?
Well, obviously, first and foremost, I'll be honest with you. I think our ambition is to stay in the league. We want to be competitive as well. We don't want to just be hanging on by a thread. And I believe that this group of players will be competitive. I think we have a group of players that's willing to work hard and, you know, with high work ethic, and, you know, with that, anything is possible, especially in that league. You know, you've seen teams come up and, you know, quite dominate in the championship and struggle. I think what helped me come to this club, I think the managers, you know, he rang me and he showed great interest in me, and he didn't beat about the bush. He told me his plans and his ideas in terms of, you know, trying to survive and be competitive in this league. And I really believed in it. I really liked the ideas, and it was very, you know, straight point and direct. And I think with this group of players and what he wants to do, I think we'll be efficient in this league.
And how excited are you just to get going, buzzing up?
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited. But no, I'm even excited just to be here. First and foremost, I'm very excited to be here. To even feature in the Premier League, obviously, it's everybody's dream, and you know, that's why I'm here. I'm really happy. Really happy for the opportunity.
Can't wait to see you put on a Luton shirt and playing in the Premier League for us. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hat-trick for Brighton. What sort of an energy does that bring into account?
It was obviously good for the country. Evan obviously coming in with such confidence will play hopefully a big part in the performances. And, you know, as a striker, you know, they all play off confidence. I think that will really do himself and obviously the players around him, give us all confidence, and hopefully he can match that obviously with us at international level.
Obviously, for someone with so much expectation, he seems to wear it quite lightly in his media deals anyways. What's it like to get on with when you're in camp?
Evan? Funny enough, he's a quiet guy. I watch him, he just gets up about his day. I told you the first time I met Evan, he was 17 at that time, and he was playing as if he was a senior pro. You know, very professional, very quiet to himself, and just gets on with things. And he has a really cool head on him. You know, I don't think he's fazed with all the attention and all the media, and which is very important for us and for him in his career.
Paul, huh?
Chiedozie, how are you?
Good.
You spoke to us here loads of times about wanting to one day play in the Premier League. Can you just talk us through how that happened for you over the summer?
I'll be honest with you, Luton Town I did not have any ideas of Luton coming in for me. I think I obviously had some options in the Championship, and one Premier League team just, you know, watching me from the distance. And after Luton Town got promoted, they gave me a phone call and said that they would like to have me on board, and my attributes and, you know, skills is something that they thrive on, and is as well my upbringing and the way I've developed my career is this kind of the personnel they want in the club. So obviously it was a quick decision for me. Like, getting the opportunity to play in the Premier League, I was never going to say no. And obviously the manager, you know, he sold me this idea of how we're going to play, and it suited me down to the ground, and it's a decision I would have said yes to many times.
And no concerns over the fact that the team going up like that might be expected to struggle in the season? I know it's been a difficult enough start as well. Yeah,
it doesn't matter who I sign for. In the Premier League, it's very difficult. I think results-wise, it's been difficult for us, but I've seen some performances that we should have, you know, got better results out of. But what I like in the team is, you know, how we're evolving at a quicker rate. Obviously, we're being 4-1. I know it's a difficult night at Chelsea, and then, you know, to lose 2-1 and, you know, arguably a handball and not against West Ham. So that's how quick we're turning things around, and hopefully, you know, with this international break, we can regroup and, you know, face Fulham and, you know, see if we can pick up any points at all.
What do you feel you can do in the Premier League yourself as a player?
I think. From watching from the distance, I think there's a lot of spaces. I think in the Premier League is very structural, and the fullbacks are, you know, forward thinking. I think if we can just get that right tweak in terms of like knowing when to press, and I think, you know, in transition, I think we can really hurt teams, because we have a very athletic team, and if we can catch teams in the counter attack, I think I can really thrive in that league.
Sim Dog.
Thank you, Chiedozie. I was just wondering, your Luton Town boss, as he said, you're going to bide your time, you might be spending a lot of time on the bench, and I'll just bring you up for 15-20 minutes here and there. Do you think there might be a chance at some stage of the season you can fight your way into the starting team?
Yeah, I believe so. You know, he's always talking to me, telling me I'm training well and I'm taking in information very well. You know, similar to him, when I came here, you know, no one's guaranteed to play. And I knew that going in, no matter even if I signed with a championship team, I knew I wasn't guaranteed to play. And we have a really strong squad. You see the way the strikers play, very physical. So I'm trying to learn that as well as learn the wide side as well. So as I said, there's a lot of information you have to take in. But I'm very patient. I know the level is to step up, and I will buy my time. And I just have to be ready when I get my time to make sure I take the opportunity. But I think it'll be arrogant of me to say that I should be playing, because the players that got Luton Town to the Premier League are very good players, and I just have to respect that and just try to learn off them and be ready for my chance.
How hard will it be for you to reproduce your performance that you did against France? Because I think there was a feeling you really got like getting on the scruff of the neck and really got stuck into that French team. How confident are you can reproduce that again on Thursday night?
Well, I think we're confident if we can increase the intensity that we played with in Aviva. We always give ourselves a right chance. Doesn't matter who we play. I think we just hopefully we can get a reward for our efforts early on and have something to hang on to. I think we had great chances and we just couldn't. The keeper had a very good night, and obviously we were stunned by that long range effort from Pavard, and that's the difference in this level. That's just one chance, one goal changes everything. And hopefully now the fortune will fall in our hands now if we can start with that intensity and get a reward for our efforts, and who knows what will happen.
And you went toe to toe with Kylian Mbappe very well. Is that kind of a game then when you're going in? The manager probably doesn't need to speak to you. Are you just really up for trying to take on Kylian Mbappe yourself?
No, I think the occasion is very big. I don't think I go in there trying to play 1v1 with a player. I think I'm really privileged to be here, and you've seen a packed Aviva, what it means to the country, and I think that kind of atmosphere creates kind of that fire in every player to perform for yourself, for the country, and for your family. So I think it doesn't matter who we play. I should have that burning fire within me just to hopefully, if Mbappe is not playing, I will still hope to put such performances out, because we all want to win games and we want to pick points up. So I think, obviously, I'm fortunate I was able to perform on that night, but I will put pressure on myself to make sure I can perform like that again, whoever I come up against.
John Fallon, please.
If you just got on that night, you had a particular effective night. Where did you see somewhere? What area did you see you could get at France?
Obviously, we watched clips of them, and we obviously their strong side is the left side as well as the weakness. Obviously, you got to compensate, and we just seen that if we can overload the fullback, maybe that will give us a chance, because one of the best players in the world is playing on the left side, and the fullback have to kind of do double running for him. So we just seen that as an effective way if we can overload them, but as well as just show them respect, not too much respect. They're a good group, one of the best countries in the world, but we need to go out there and raise the intensity, because it doesn't matter who you play against. If you raise the intensity, it's going to be a difficult night for anybody, and that's what we try to do, just play a high intensity game and frustrate them a bit. And I think that really worked in our favour. Obviously, you're fortunate to give her that long range shot, but I think overall the performance is good. But as I said, we just need to tweak it, and hopefully the fortune will fall in our part, and we can go a goal up.
And just secondly there, we know we missed you in June, hamstring again.
Yeah.
Have you had to change? Have you had advice on your game? Is there anything you can do, or do you just know when you clutch it that it's torn? Or
I think I've been fortunate. The hamstrings, I've always had it. Is not been from sprinting without any contact. It's only been contact. So stuff like that I can't prevent. Being nudged or being carrying the weight of someone on your body. Doesn't matter how much injury prevention or yoga I do, that's very difficult to prevent. So when I did speak to the physios, he's looked at my record and said I haven't been sprinting on my own and pulled my hamstrings. So that's a good sign. It's always induced by a nudge, and that's very difficult to prevent. So that's given me confidence that I'm doing what I can. But as I said, I do a lot of yoga. I do everything. It's some things meant to be as well. In the championship, I played a lot of games repetitively, so that could play a part. But who knows? I'll continue to do what I do, and I've been fortunate enough. I've had many. When I do have one, I know it is a difficult one, but I don't have recurring as often as players of my caliber should have.
Just a question each from now on, because we've got 4 people to get round and 3 minutes left. So David, David.
You mentioned actually earlier about when Luton asked you to come to sign, that the reason was obviously your upbringing in terms of where you've been. So there's no doubt then as soon as you get there, you're like, right, I can relax now. You've made it.
No. I was dying to be involved in the team. I've played in the Premier 3 games now, and I'm upset that I'm not starting. So it's a good sign for me, and obviously the manager knows that. But I don't want to just play in the Premier, just say I compete in the Premier League. I want to, be effective in the Premier League and see where my career can go again. And I have small targets and goals in life. The main one was international football, Premier League. Now, after a couple of months, hopefully I'll, set another goal for myself to push on. If not, my goal right now is to hopefully, as a team, survive in the Premier League and see what we can do. So I always have goals for myself.
Neil Regan, please.
Sure. I think you've been on trial at Chelsea before. Can I just ask you what it was like going back there to Stamford Bridge as a Premier League player? Did you get a chance to reflect on how far you've come and how you might, if at first you don't succeed in that kind of approach?
I remember speaking to my family, and my brother said to me, I remember when you went on a 2-week trial at Chelsea, who would have thought, huh? And we laughed about it, but I think I have to give myself some credit and how far I've come in 6 years. As I said, from 6 years, Limerick FC to the Premier League, my manager said it's 1 in 200,000 people do that.
Which manager was that?
Joe Gamble. So I had him, and he said that's 1 in 200. Because I rang him for advice, and I said, I had this opportunity, and he told me you had to take it, and it was a decision I was obviously never going to say no to.
Aidan?
Chiedozie, there's 50 odd teams playing in the qualifiers this week, but in terms of the challenge to France, they're at home, they have a full house. Apart from Canate, they're at full strength. They've left out a lot of players. I think they've 4 clean sheets in a row. Is this the biggest challenge in Europe at the moment, do you think?
For us right now, yes. It's the next game. It's the next game. It's the biggest challenge that we can face in this moment of time. Right now, if we can, get a good result, I think we're back in control of our destiny. I said it, I had a serious discussion, and I said, let's be realistic here. We need something like 3 or 4 points here to being competitive again. We've put that kind of pressure on ourselves. I know we're playing Holland and France, but we need to get at least 4 points to have control of our destiny. Obviously 3 points puts us back into it, but we're not in control, and we want to be in control. So that's the pressure the managers put on us, and that's the pressure we're putting on ourselves. And I'm sure, we all want to achieve that, but we can't go in there saying that it's the biggest game just to play the biggest game. We want to qualify for Germany, and we're not just here to compete. So we're pushing to qualify.
Final question from Philip, please.
It's interesting how what Neil said there. You made yourself 6 years. I was just going to go back to your Irish debut, which I think was summer of June 2021. Have you surprised? Has that journey surprised you? That you made your Irish debut, I think, a couple of minutes. Came on, you made an impression. Was it Qatar? I think it might be Qatar. Hungary, yeah. And you looked like you were very comfortable in that level. And I'd be surprised where you are now in 2 years. And does that give you confidence going forward for big challenges like Paris, France?
Exactly. I'll be honest with you. Yes, I didn't think my international career was going to take off as quickly as it did. But as I said, I was fortunate enough to have Keith Andrews helping me every day, and the players as well that took me in. So. But yeah, who would have thought 2 years later I would have been in the Premier League? But that's what gives me confidence. When someone asks me, is Premier League the ceiling? It's not, because what I've achieved in 2 years, I don't think many people have. So I've told myself I've got here, and now I have to improve again to be better. I'm 26. I'm hoping I'll be sitting here in 2 years' time at 28. Encouraging young lads and saying, listen, look at my journey, look what I've come, and hopefully they can be better than me. But I'm still ambitious no matter what. I think being here as well, I don't take this for granted. When I got the phone call, I was obviously going to come, and I still get butterflies every time I come here. So it's the same feeling I had 2 years ago that I have now, and that gives me confidence I'm going to push on.
No fear?
No fear, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Jason,
thank you, guys.
Coming up now.
Today we are here to listen to young people and to get their perspective on the topic of racism and discrimination. I'm also here to share my ideas and personal experiences and raise awareness on the impact that racism and discrimination have in our society. We know diversity teaches us and promotes tolerance and understanding between different cultures. We know obviously inclusion helps eliminate depression and anxiety in young people, and in that case obviously we're trying to create a good friendship and relationship between the society. as a dream, as a kid, I wanted to play in the Premier League. And when I met Luton, I met the people of Luton, I met the manager, it fits where I come from. You know, it's a humble city, it's a humble town. And if you see the team, we represent what we are fighting for. You know, we have a very diverse team, and that's why, you know, we're very successful. And the team bonding is absolutely important for me. It was a team you want to play for. Everyone wants to represent Luton Town. You know, I cherish programs like this. I think it's very important to get involved so we can teach the younger generation the impact racism and discrimination have in our society. I think I try to live a good-mannered and disciplined life. So when, you know, the younger generation see me and my career, they can be inspired, and hopefully I can encourage them to chase their dream. And, you know, I think by being here today and living a good life, most of the younger generation, they'll have doubts about themselves, and when they listen to our stories, whatever doubt that they have, then when they look at my story and my journey, they start to believe that it is possible for them. The challenges I faced was exclusion and isolation, but that was from my own doing. I think I had to leave myself open to learn other cultures. Let yourself be open to learn. I think that was the difficulties I had. When I let myself be open to learn different cultures, you know, my perspective and, you know, in this kind of things changed, and I was able to make, you know, create more friends and create good relationships, and then I had a good bond with my community. In Luton Town, we have a dressing room where people are open-minded and are willing to adapt very quickly. We take the time to learn each other's ways. We're not just teammates, we're friends outside of football, and that creates a better bond for the team. So I think you have to let yourself be open-minded in a diverse team, to learn other people's ways and cultures, to understand each other. But most important, we need to listen to each other's stories. And by doing that, you create a better bond within the team. Getting the opportunity to play international football was a great achievement for me. I think international football is the summit where every kid dreams to play, and I was just privileged to be living my dream. And I think, like, being the first African-born player to play for Ireland, I think it made me proud of my younger self, of all the sacrifices and the effort I put in to get to that stage. I hope I can be one of those examples that kids can look up to and believe that, you know, there's a better future when they see someone like me being an African-born player. With this title, I cherish it so much, so I can give them hope that a better future is to come.
Right now?
We're devastated. And I think that's how far we've come. We've lost against a good Tottenham side, and we're devastated that we didn't capitalise on the 10 men that they had. I think we started strong towards the second half, but lapse of concentration, that set piece should never have happened. And we need to look back. We need to look back where the source came, but we're devastated. That feeling of, you know, sourness in our gut about, you know, not taking our chances, and we created a lot of chances today.
Yeah, is it more frustrating that you had the opportunities, there were some golden moments and they just weren't taken?
Yeah, I think, you know, the manager said it, we have to be clinical. In this league, the first goal is very important, and you've seen it today. Trying to break down teams with 11, even 10 men is very difficult, and we just have to take our chances when it comes, and that's what cost us today.
What happened in the second half when they went down to 10 men? They made a bit of a change. How hard was it for you guys to then adapt to that?
You know, we kind of we expected the change to come, so we planned for it. We made a change in the second half straight away because we knew what they were going to do, and everyone took the information on board. I don't know where it broke down, but no, we were prepared for it. We knew what they were going to do. They wanted to keep the pivot to overload our midfield, and we went man for man in the midfield. I just don't know. The corner, obviously, you know, poor defending on our behalf, and then we just can't let people get turned in the box at any level, especially in this level.
The wait continues for your first Premier League win at Kenilworth Road, but did it feel like you're getting closer?
Well, I hope so. I think, like, we have a very good belief in that dressing room. I think, you know, we're creating so many chances in the last few games, and the margins are very tight how we're losing games. So we have a lot of belief. We're very confident in our ability, that the players we have in this dressing room. It's just, I'm hoping, and I hope it's a matter of time where things start to happen for us, but obviously it has to come within ourselves. We have to be self-critical and, you know, demand a lot from ourselves because we want to be competitive in this league.